BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
What's up, guys? Chef Jeff, this dope cooking show. Welcome in. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Snowed in. Yeah, snowed in. So like, we're not going nowhere. We're not doing that, right? I'm always the one that's gonna go out and find out what the roads look like, see if it's dangerous or not. We're doing under the empty parking lot. Don't tell nobody. Back in the day when I lived in St. Louis, man, I used to jump the snowman. So the snow plows used to push all the snow together in the middle of the parking lot. I would take my Tahoe and jump. So crazy. Then I would be like, homeboy news reporting. The streets is cool, but the side roads is bad. Blah blah blah. I have fun with it. So that's I guess kind of my thing. When they say don't go out, I'm gonna go out and see how bad it is. Plus, I had this snow mode on my truck, so I want to try it out and see like if it really worked or like what's gonna happen. So it worked. And I went to the store, came back, and I'm here. So what's up with y'all? What y'all doing? If you're new here, welcome. This is the award-winning This Dope Cooking Show on the BS3 Network. Also see me on YouTube, This Dope Cooking Show, all one word. This Dope Cooking Show on Instagram. Tune in, tell a friend. Come holler at me, every Tuesday, 5 right? All right, guys, so let's get into it. Now, I told y'all know me, I got this thing about customer service. So we went to this restaurant called The Finch. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it because you gotta know where you're going, right? So we went to this restaurant called The Finch. The ambiance was amazing. The food was amazing. And the food was high, right? The atmosphere was cool. Like it's real content creator-ish. So like there was a lady like having a whole photo shoot by herself with her camera and like the waiter and her server. So every once in a while we'll see her take a picture. She in the video, she talking, so it's real content creator friendly. The food was alright. It just didn't shock me. It didn't like wow me, right? Um, Server we had was terrible, but he was nowhere to be found for most of the time. It's one thing, like so I'm very specific when I order things, right? I ask for Sprite. I said, "Do you have Sprite or Starry?" Most people cannot tell the difference, and you probably can. I don't know. You maybe not. You don't care. If as long as it's a clear soda, you good, right? I like Sprite. Sprite, not Starry. Starry is more sugary, more sweet than Sprite. So I asked the guy, I said, "You have Sprite or Starry?" He was like, "Sprite." He's answered confidently. I'm like, "Hey man, cool. Is that what you want?" I said, "Yeah, I want a Sprite." He brings me a Starry. I don't. So I'm like, "Okay, I know it's a Starry. I don't want it." So I tell, the general manager was floating around. I was like, "Hey, this is Starry. It's not Sprite. I'd just rather have a Coke, please. Thank you." So I give my Coke. My wife gets her drink. We wait for him to come back. So we order appetizer. We were waiting on some other friend, another couple friend we went out with. So another husband and wife group. Another husband and wife were coming to eat with us. Oh my gosh. Coming to eat with us. So we waiting on them. We got there early. When you tell me to be somewhere at 7, I'm gonna be there at 6:59, 6:55, 6:50, maybe 6:45. You tell me 3, I'll be there at 2:45. So we always get places early. One of our friends was like, "Hey, we told y'all one time, but we told somebody else another time because y'all always be on time. So we didn't want y'all to have to wait too long." Okay, cool, I'll take that. No problem. I'm always on time. I'm always early for everything I do. Why? Don't know. And just territory, I guess. I don't know. So needless to say, the food was mediocre. Service was terrible. Um, I think my wife got a cucumber mint spritzer, something like that. She loved it. My food was just all right. But anyway, um, so I got the inspiration for this dish from where I went. It was a beef short rib on top of a pasta, cavatappi pasta, which was supposed to be a chili sauce. I tasted no green chili. And the beef short rib had no flavor. It was just meat, like real tender meat, which was cool because I didn't want to fight it. But yeah, I mean, it was like 14. So I'm thinking, I'm looking at it, I'm like, so the next day I went to my local store and bought some beef short ribs. And I made some orzo pasta and I made some broccoli, and that was our dinner for last Sunday. So I posted it just, just playing around because I like the way it looked, real colorful, right? And I seen y'all was in the comments like, hey, give me the recipe. Hey, what's up? So hey, here we are today. This Stuff Cooking Show. We are doing what? Beef short ribs. Check them out. Check out the price. That's what I want you to see. Price. Look, it ain't cheap, okay? But it's a lot cheaper than oxtail. I'll tell you. And you can get bigger pieces, bigger. But I didn't want to. Like, I'm gonna eat this. Dog gonna eat it. Boys may eat it. I don't know. But we snowed in, so I can get off this couple of days, right? Cool. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do beef short ribs. We're gonna do them in our pressure cooker. You can also do them in your oven, but I didn't want to turn my oven on. I ain't got like 3, 4, 5 hours to kill. Get you a pressure cooker. Get you get you one because you can do this in half the time, right? This is gonna take maybe an hour to do. Once I get everything else done, because I've already started working on some stuff. We're gonna do some mashed potatoes, some rosemary garlic mashed potatoes. I'll show you how I do those. I got my Alfredo sauce over there. It's not red. It's like an orange color. Why is it orange? Well, I added sun-dried tomatoes. So I make my Alfredo sauce, right? My Alfredo sauce is special. I'm gonna tell y'all a key to it. Somebody told me to add cream cheese to your Alfredo sauce to make it richer, which it does, and it's amazing. You can go as far as getting, a block of cream cheese, or you can do like I do. I got the whipped cream cheese, more easier to manage. You can more how much you want to the Alfredo sauce, right? So I also added this. This here, sun-dried tomato pesto is going to change your life. You hear me? Sun-dried tomato pesto. Pesto in Alfredo sauce by itself is retardedly amazing. Um, Sun-dried tomatoes in Alfredo sauce is the bomb.com. But sun-dried tomato pesto in Alfredo sauce is a party in your mouth. So I need y'all to understand that this is what's gonna make the color that y'all seen on the other one. Um, Also gonna give the whole dish another whole turn because you got the flavors of beef plus the pasta. What? So we're gonna do one over pasta and we're gonna do one over rosemary on the mashed potatoes. So call your friends, come tune in because we cooking. All right, guys, let's get into this episode. This Dope Cooking Show beef short ribs with orzo pasta and rosemary garlic mashed potatoes. We're gonna do it two ways, right? We're gonna put it over two different options because some people may not like pasta. Some people may not like mashed potatoes. So I just wanted to give things a different look so that way you'll see I can do this. However I want to do it, I can do it, right? Cool. So first off, we're gonna get our beef short ribs out of our container, right? Check them out. Pretty big little piece of meat there, right? Pretty big. Now, it's up to you how you want to do this, but I am going to, of course, wash mine off, trim a little bit of this fat off, just on some of them. They're not too bad, but like this piece here, I try to trim that off, and then we're gonna season them up real good. We're gonna get them in our pressure cooker because what we're not gonna do is take it all day. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff to do, so we're gonna wash these off, give them a good rinse. Yep, yep. Season them good as I don't know what, right? So for your seasoning, you're going to use garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. Keep it simple because in the pressure cooker we got some other things going on. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. Got some other stuff going on, so we want to keep this simple, right? But what we're gonna do is a light sear on this. Gonna do a light sear on this meat, right? Kind of lock in the flavor a little bit. So we got us a skillet on the stove, heating up, right? And then we're gonna lay these out. Actually, nah. Well, yeah, I'll trim them up a little bit, just a little bit. Trim that off a little bit. The other one that had a big piece on it. This one, I trim it, and I'm not trimming the fat totally off. Just trimming it down because that's gonna cook down in that pressure cooker. See, and so it's gonna be good. Good stuff. Good stuff. And you can totally go without doing this. You don't have to. You can skip the step if you want to. It's up to you. I just don't like a lot of fat in my thing. In my because sometimes that juice that's in there, it's gonna be fat too, but you can turn that into a gravy. It'd be delicious. You know what I'm saying? Be fire, fire, fire. All right, that's all I'm gonna cut off of these. So just a little bit of fat. So we're gonna get in there. We're gonna season things up. Real good. All right. So for me, we're gonna do stick to the basics, guys. Because like I said, there's some stuff already off in there. We don't want to mess up the flavors with. Tell you something. Bought the wrong beef rolls. We should buy that in a minute. Tripping, wilding out. All right. So season them up real good. Brought a pile. See that? Yep. Onion powder, salt and pepper. All right. As you can see, they in there seasoned up. So we're gonna do is turn them over. So they seasoned on all sides, right? Season them on all sides. We want the season to get off on all of that. Get off on all of that. Turn them over a few times. Get them all good and coated. Yeah. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put these in our skillet. We're gonna brown them on all sides. We're gonna brown it on all sides, kind of like we did with the oxtail. We're gonna brown it on all sides. No matter what happened, we're gonna brown it on all sides. After we do that, we're gonna get them in our crock. I want to say crock pot so bad. Our pressure cooker, right? Um, with the amount that we got, you can put them in there for an hour, and they'll go ahead and do their thing. Yep, they're gonna go ahead and do their thing. So we're gonna switch around. We're gonna brown these off, and then we're gonna take a look at everything else that's working over there on the stove. The stove cooking show. We'll be right back. All right, let's get right to it. Okay, so we got our skin hot, heating up. We're gonna go ahead and put these in there. Yeah, get them in there and get them going. hmm I want y'all to know these are still TikTok pots. Keep your heat low, kind of moderate, so you don't smoke the kitchen up, right? Also, what we got going is, like I said, this is our sauce for our pasta, right? hmm Yeah, yeah, rich and just ready, right? We got our mashed potatoes already done, ready to go, right? I'm gonna do these the hard way. We whip them up in the pan, whip them up just like this. Somebody said, "Why you didn't get a mixer?" I don't want one. All right, so here is our rosemary garlic mashed butter, right? So you see cloves of garlic in there, pieces of rosemary, butter, and a bay leaf, of course, because you can't go wrong with a bay leaf. And so we're just gonna Put some of that in there. Just mix it in. You don't want to go too crazy. It's okay if you get a piece of rosemary off in there. All right, ain't gonna hurt nothing. All right, keep stirring. Real mashed potato. Ain't no fake nothing. All right, salt and pepper. Those babies are done. Mashed potatoes are ready to be eaten. Those are done. All right. So we're gonna get those 1 or 2 minutes. The short ribs 1 or 2 minutes on each side to brown, right? And what we're looking for here, a little bit. Yeah, get them good brown. Get them browned up. Oh, you see that? Yep. We good and browned up. We got our pasta, our hot water boiling for our pasta, right? For our orzo. And orzo is not rice. It is pasta. A lot of people get that confused. Somebody was like, "Where do you get that rice from? What kind of rice is that?" It's not rice. Orzo pasta. Orzo pasta. Hmm. So we're gonna keep this simple. We're not gonna do too much of this because it's just gonna be me eating it. Doc might come and eat some. I might be able to coerce my boys to getting some, but they on break. They out. It's different. So they are kicking in high gear. I'm talking about they are ready to party. So guys, look, it's not gonna be too much. All right. So I did 1 cup of the orzo pasta. Okay. This is orzo 65. So it's kind of big. Some orzo pasta is little, some kind of big. I like it. Like I said, brown it on all sides, lock in that flavor. Right? Lock in the flavor, brown it on all sides. Yeah, man. Yeah. Moving and grooving, guys. Moving and grooving. I'll give our potatoes a taste. Absolutely. Absolutely what we were looking for. Those are done. Don't get to stir your pasta. Don't let it sit. And of course, my toxic character trait is it's hard for me to do small batches of stuff. So that's why you see a lot of small pots on the stove this week. So I'm trying to keep it little on purpose. This is hard. I be done made enough to feed a little small army, and now nobody eat it. Then the food goes into the refrigerator to die. I say we getting all that browned up, getting it all browned up on all sides. Go ahead and put our heat because that's that on that. Unless you want to make a sauce or something, but we're not gonna need that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because everything is already in this crock pot. I mean, crock pot. Everything is already over here in this pressure cooker. It's gonna be what we need, and it'll be enough to make a sauce with. Normally, you will pull those out, set those to the side, and then deglaze your pan with red wine, something like that. But you don't have to do that with this particular recipe. I don't want to do all that, right? I just want to kind of do it kind of simple. Um, let's get a hearty beef flavor, right? Sometimes the red wine gives things a tang. I don't like the tang. I'll just give it a hearty beef flavor, seasonings and earthy things. So in our crock pot, golly, is this thing? Pressure cooker. In our pressure, we have onions, green pepper, red pepper, thyme, uh, bay leaf, and garlic cloves with a little bit of beef broth. And I messed up, y'all, and bought the wrong beef broth. Crazy, right? I didn't even know they made this, but I'm gonna let y'all see it so that way y'all know. Y'all go to the store, they do have a spicy beef broth. Never would, and it's kicking too. It's got a kick to it. So if you making something spicy, yeah, that'd be what you. Yeah, it'll get you right too. So let me let y'all see what's in here right quick. So boom, check out all that. All of that is in there, and we're gonna put them braised short, them beef short ribs on top of it. Lock it in for about an hour, and then we're gonna come back, and it's gonna be all to the good. We're gonna plate it all up, and then we're gonna eat good too, cause we snowed in. We're gonna pull them off and get them ready to go. Um, I love the fact that this thing has a saute setting on it, right? And I can have stuff sauteing before I even put it in there. I know that's crazy, right? So, what I did was I put everything inside of the pressure cooker, put it all in there, and even with the oil that came out of it. So I don't have no plan to deglaze. So I'm gonna let y'all see that right quick. We're gonna get that cooking, and then we're gonna come back. See how it's all in there? We're gonna put a little bit of liquid, not to cover up the short ribs, just to cover up the stuff that's on the bottom. And that's that. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we back. So look, we got our beef short ribs in pressure cooker. They're cooking. They're gonna be in there for a while. We got our mashed potatoes done, ready to go. We got our orzo pasta working. It's gonna finish up, right? I think we own something, right? We making it happen. We also got our sauce ready to go. So, like I said, this is the sauce. Boom. And it is, I am just outdone because I told y'all gotta expand your palate just a little bit. I never would be like, let me try this pesto. Never would have done it. But tomato, sun-dried tomato, pesto, Alfredo, especially Chef Jeff out there. Oh, you went for one. That's gonna be amazing. So this is turning out to be awesome. Told y'all. Bought the wrong one. Spicy beef broth. Spicy. Hot. You know what I'm talking about? It's got a kick to it like no other. So anyway, yeah. In the crock pot, like I told you, crock pot. In the pressure cooker. I am struggling. In the pressure cooker, we got onions, bell pepper, red and green, thyme, bay leaf, and garlic cloves, right? Then all that seasoning that we had in that pot when we seared those, put that over in there too. So that's gonna be amazing once that gets done. It's gonna look awesome. So I just think that we're gonna be in for a treat. Tell you another story. Hold on. Gotta check pasta. Make sure the pasta ready. Mm-hmm. Be ready too. Pasta ready. Okay, so local place here in Mansfield, Texas, called the Vault. I love it. Okay, let me tell you something. Love the place. It's awesome. So I got a buddy that just moved here from Kansas City. Got married, found him a Southern belle. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, I think she's from Colorado. She just moved here by happenstance. Anyway, they recently got married, and his birthday was, upon us. So we all got together and went to dinner for his birthday. Right? My dude is cold, like he's excited about going to the place, and everybody like, the vault. He's like, yeah, the vault, like we be in there. Man, look, went in that thing. First of all, the server was totally just aloof, just goof. Like didn't offer no specials, didn't bring us no bread. Um, order drinks, right? Order drinks. My partner drink had a lipstick on it. His wife didn't have no lipstick on it, so the glass was dirty. Silverware was dirty, spotty. It wasn't like had mouth prints on it. It was like they was having the most off night they could possibly have. Had salmon. I did the salmon right. So the sauce that comes with it, it was like gravy, like brown gravy. Um, and it was cold. The salmon was done on one side and half raw on the other side. It was so bad. And for these restaurants to charge gratuity on the end of a night, right? I know we spent well over $1,000 for dinner amongst those two for like four couples, right? No, I did not go spend $1,000 for dinner. Did not do it. Okay. By myself, no, not. I think it's 250 though. To be honest, my plate was like 65. Me and Toy got the same thing. We got the same thing. $65 a piece, right? And then we got like two drinks. 20% to it. What? This is a high-end restaurant, right? You can get jazzy if you want to. So I was totally overdressed for this event. I had like some gold sparkle shoes, like some paisley shirt. I was nice with it, 'cause, you know, I steps out when I put that thing on, steps out. But man, totally overdressed. It was cold, but it wasn't too bad to step out. Right? But the food, I mean, like his steak wasn't even done. Like he ordered it medium. They gave him a rest steak. And then they tried to do the birthday thing. Bought him a spoon out for his birthday dessert. Like it was still done. So the experience was just. I left a nice long response because I mean, like, we gotta do better, folks. You know what I mean? We can't be out here charging 20% because I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have gave it to him if he was, not really focused in on customer service like serving us. He was everywhere. Like I've seen him multiple times, like linked against the wall. The one thing I can say is that my homegirl left her card. He came running out the door to the valet, like, "Hey, I left my card." Okay, cool. I appreciate you. This guy. I don't know if serving is free. Like, I don't know if you should be serving. It's not. No smile. I don't even remember the dude's name. There was nothing memorable about his server experience. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy at a place called Saltgrass named Mike. And he's been on one of my shows. Me and Doc went out for his birthday. He was like, "What y'all having a cold beer margarita?" And I'm like, we'll never forget that because he was so cool, so smooth with his delivery. The guy at the vault didn't even talk much. He didn't say nothing. I mean, and then we had to ask for like the little complimentary bread, butter situation. He was like, "Oh, I thought y'all had something." How? Who would have gave it to us? Then the food runner, he must have been a new guy. He was bringing us food all night that wasn't ours. Like we kept saying, "No, it's not ours. No." And then we trying to be, upright, right, what I'm saying, not taking these people's food because there was some nice little dishes coming our way and it probably would have tasted better than what we had. So, you know, story time. The vault dropped the ball. That's the first time this happened. I hope they get it together. Not trying to bash around, but this particular experience was not good. A couple of places have changed, I guess, management, things like that. So I don't know if this happened. I know it happened in a place called Crazy Crab. It was ran by like Oriental Chinese people. And now some black folks in there. And I don't know what's happening. So I gotta make the shrimp crab balls at the house because we ain't finna go spend no money on a place and they ain't. We went in there and they had no eggs to go in the crab ball. Now, it was cool for me because I don't eat the eggs, but that's one of the reasons Doc and everybody else go there. It's because they got the eggs in the seafood boil. What is a seafood boil without the eggs and the seafood? Well, it's a crab boil without the crab. You know what I mean? I've done it before. That's how I get down because I'm allergic. Which I think I may not be allergic to anymore because I had some real crab, lump crab meat on my salmon. I ate a little bit of my eye. See up there. Everything all right. So I had a reaction, but we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna let this stuff get done. Come on, story time, right? We're gonna let this food get done. We're gonna plate it up. We're gonna have some. This stuff cooking show. You can call your friends, tell them to get on the line now and see how this beef short rib come out over these rosemary garlic mashed potatoes and this tomato sun-dried pesto pasta that we're gonna have. What? Can't wait. what's up, guys? Okay, now look, we done got it done. Check us out. First of all, get that beef short rib over mashed potatoes with a gravy. Everybody don't like gravy, but those that do, you know what's up. Hmm. Yeah, let's get a little bit of this meat in here. Fork tender, see, fork tender. Just picking it up with the fork, real easy like. See what we got here. I ain't gonna say tenderism, but I'm gonna say something. Okay, all right, boom. We did this one with the roasted sun dried tomatoes and pesto Alfredo sauce with the cream cheese. Cause they don't know nothing about that. All right, let's see. Of course, I knew that pasta was gonna be good. If nothing else, I knew the pasta was gonna be straight. You see me pick that up with a fork, no problems. Oh yeah, yeah. You can't go wrong with either one. All I'm gonna say is, it's up to you. Now, I'm snowed in. I'm gonna eat all this. So look, you was with me. I'm with you. Beef short rib with pasta or potatoes on this Dope Cooking Show. I'm about to eat. I'm gonna catch y'all next week. Peace.